Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Okay, the music's going to go down in about 5 seconds. Today we're going to talk about how our emotions are being affected with this supermoon, even though we just passed it, and also the solar flares from the sun. So, number one, we've been getting blasted by some huge, and I mean huge, blasts from the sun. It's not only the energy is very, very heavy, very concentrated, it's also going really fast. So, if you've noticed, a lot of people have been on edge, people have been emotional, people have been angry, it's been emotionally intense. Now, even though we're 2.5, 3 days past the supermoon, I'm actually going to upload it right now. I've noticed for myself yesterday and today, I've noticed an intensity in my emotions, even almost, not quite, but almost a reaction to things people are saying or doing. Another thing I've noticed is a heightened sense of awareness, like really picking up on energy, really picking up on emotions and people's intentions, and even when they don't actually say it, it's like you just feel it. Like it's like, I think your senses are being heightened like you're noticing the little things, and it's really like standing out now more than ever. It's like the veil got thin, at least for right now, maybe for a little bit longer. It's almost like another layer kind of dropped, and you're seeing things that were always there that you didn't see before. Now, even the people who don't believe in this stuff, people who are kind of a bit, I hate to say the word, but kind of numb to their senses, they're having here's the thing. People that are kind of blocked off, like they're not open, like the door's not open so the energy can't flow, they're the ones that are having real extreme reactions to this energy. Whereas people that are more open, empathic, at higher energy or spiritual levels, we're feeling it, but it's almost like the door's open, so it's flowing through. It doesn't feel quite good, but it's not like it's affecting other people, because the other people, like the door's closed, the energy is just building, and it's causing a frustration, anger, fear, and anxiety in them. And that's something I want to talk about right now. Now, if you've been feeling intense emotions or you feel exhausted, that's another thing we've been feeling for a while. It's just tired, just driven, yet at the same time tired. You feel tired of it all. Well, that's part of this whole shift that we're going through right now, and it's normal and it's natural. So this video is I'm reaching out to a specific set of people who are being affected. They're exhausted, they're tired, and you probably are having, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of anxiety, fear almost, but there's another word. It's a mucky energy. It's kind of mucky. It's kind of stuck. It's kind of tired. Yet I'm not finding quite the right word yet. I think I said it. It's because it's like anxiety, which is usually high energy, but it's kind of mixed with a sense of feeling kind of bogged down, kind of tired. Now, you might be feeling an emotion or emotions that that are coming up right now. Somebody says something, somebody does something. It might actually be genuinely mean or hurtful or whatever, but you really feel it. And you're kind of going like, why is this so intense? Like, what? I thought I cleared this. I thought I healed this. I thought I was past this. Well, it's kind of digging up the muck of the very, very bottom, like scraping the bottom of the barrel, bringing the rest of the stuff up. Now, I'm going to say this for avoidance. If you are feeling hopeless and helpless, and probably hopeless is the best word, like you just can't do it, not only for you, but other people are feeling the anxiety, the emotions, the overwhelm, underwhelm, this will pass. We're going through a phase, and I would like to say, I wish I would have made this video and put it out 2 or 3 days before we went through it. So the reason why I'm making this now is I'm noticing I'm still feeling this. It's kind of like it's in my heart, it's in my chest, it's open. Yet it's kind of, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, you know how normally if anxiety can kind of clamp down on it? Well, I can't clamp down on this anxiety. It's kind of this open, uncontrolled, emotional feeling. And it's not the most comfortable feeling in the world. So here's my point. If you're feeling like I can't do it anymore and you're thinking bad things, don't do it. Trust me, I promise you. Give it a few more days. We're almost through this. Hold yourself, curl up in bed, hold a pillow to your stomach. It's going to be a few more days. You're going to make it through this. I promise you that. That's the reason why I'm really making this video. Okay, so I want to give a thanks out to Victoria. She donated a large sum of not American money, but Australian, transferred into US dollars to help out Sheena Marie Nolasco in the Philippines. And it's greatly, I've sent her about almost 2/3 of it because I want to hold on to a little bit. I'm going to send her more in about 2 weeks. So let me kind of show you something here. For those of you who don't know, the Philippines got slammed by a typhoon, and she was on the island that got hit the worst. I believe she was in Cebu, and I think the island is, or the area is here, let me look it up. Hold on. So another friend who's in the Philippines, not on the island though, she said, yeah, it was bad in Eastern Visayas, I think is how you pronounce it, and especially in Cebu, which is where Sheena Marie's at right now. So she got hit pretty hard. So Victoria Sheena says thank you. She says thank you to that lady. And they're still sleeping outside. And I sent her a message, well, why don't you stay in a hotel for one night? So they're trying to save their money because they're not going to have any work for a month. So I did send someone. I'm going to send the rest of it in about 2 weeks. I want to make sure they have, money and stuff. And I said once, at least spend one night in a hotel. So she's essentially saying we got washed out, and I mean, you can read it right here. She says we can't sleep yet because it's messy and muddy. So they're sleeping outside, and they're going to sleep outside through the next storm that's coming. So I said, why don't you get a hotel after that so you can get a good night's rest and then stay warm and take a warm shower. So anyways, thank you very much, Victoria, for helping her out. And if whoever out there wants to help her out also, anything right now, $5, $10, donation to my PayPal link, which is right there in the description box. If you put it there, I get the money immediately, and then I can go to Western Union and send it to her, because I'm trying to get her into a hotel. She hasn't even got the money that Victoria sent yet because the wind and the storms and stuff. So she said she's going to wait till the wind goes down. Victoria, I'm sending it her. It'll be $66. She gets about 60 in Filipinos is that. I'm going to send her another payment in about 10 days, kind of spread it out for her, okay? So I'm sending this right now tonight. Here's the Western Union receipt. That's the Walgreens. Where's the date? Right there, November 8, 2025. There's her name, and there is the amount right there. So let's get back to the emotions that some of you may be going through and have been going through the last few days, even leading up before the full moon. We've been going through a shift quite a bit for more than 4 or 5 days now. So if your emotions have been all over the place, emotional, your gut, your heart, your chest, you're just feeling this anxiety kind of feeling, it's okay. You're actually clearing things. You're going to another level. You're shifting. You're energetically shifting to the next level. So essentially what's happening, you're opening up, and that's why you're feeling anxiety, because it's almost like you're used to a certain space and now it's expanding. You're like, whoa, and it's kind of, because you're not, it's like you're having, it's like it is doing it and you're like, whoa, so you're not letting go. Let it go, and then it will flow through completely. And it's kind of a challenge, because when you get this feeling in your solar plexus, you want to clamp down, right? And that's what causes the anxiety. You're resisting the shift. You're resisting the change. Let go. Lay down, do some deep breathing, and allow your gut and heart area to completely relax and just let go. Easier said than done, I know. A big part of this, call it this mucky anxiety thing, is your intuition's sharpening. You're becoming more aware of things that have been right in front of your face. They're just kind of like finer details that are not so small you can't see, but they're there. They've always been there. And okay, before your intuition was just a gut feeling, you just had this feeling. Now you're going, wait a minute, I can see it. A lot of times people that are very intuitive, now I have what's called a VK synesthesia and an AK synesthesia. So when I see something, I feel it instantly. When I hear something, I feel it instantly. So when you have synesthesias, you tend to be more empathic, you tend to be more aware and much more intuitive. You just get a feeling and you don't even know why. Just, whoa, why am I feeling this? What's happening is you're starting to tune in and becoming conscious of what you're seeing and hearing. The tonality shifts, the slight shift in the tone, like, oh, they're lying to me. Here's another thing I notice: when people lie now, I can't stand it. I can, even on YouTube, I can't, it's like, oh, I can't even, like, there's a governor, I don't want to mention his name or anything, I don't want to get political, but he just lies. He lies, and it's so obvious, and it's like I can feel it in his voice, and it's like I cannot listen to that person for more than 7 seconds. I already begin to get this feeling in my body, like, oh, I can't do this. Okay, so here's what's happening. It's kind of anxiety ridden because, like, whoa, you're seeing it, and it's kind of an unbelievable. It's a quick flash almost. You're like, well, I can't believe I just saw that. Well, what's going to happen is you're going to become more comfortable with it. In the beginning, it's kind of a rude awakening, because now instead of like, whoa, like before, this magical thing is, whoa, I can really feel my intuition now. I'm very aware of it now. Now it's happening. You're becoming aware of what the information is coming in. You're becoming consciously aware of that, and that's kind of another level of overwhelming information and experience. Again, it's going to become natural. It's going to literally become your normal everyday experience with people. So just go with the flow for now. It will smooth out, I promise you. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, emotional, up and down, and having bad thoughts, promise you, it will smooth out. Here's some things that you can do. Number 1, take a hot salt bath. I prefer sea salt, but any kind of salt, even Epsom salt. Epsom salt will definitely help you to relax. Salt in general, now again, I prefer sea salt. You just got to put a couple cups in. It doesn't have to be a ton of salt, but just enough to kind of, because here's what salt does. It breaks up the negative energy around you. Okay, it breaks up negative aqua cords or connections. Aqua cords is something we learned in Hawaii when we're studying Huna. These are energetic connections. So if someone touches you, it's like a spider web that stretches all the way to that person's hand, even if they're 100 miles away or even on the other side of the planet now. So aqua cords are energetic connections from when people touch you. You connect with them, you touch a chair, etc. So when you do certain smoke, I'm trying to think of it here. I got some right behind me. Sage, I almost couldn't remember that. So I have something called mountain winter sage. So that's the stuff that I like. And I also use these little cedar, can't remember the name. I'm at a loss for words right now. That's something that this is also, it's kind of discombobulating you as well. So it's the stuff from Brazil. I can't think of the name, but I like to burn that stuff. It smells good. It also breaks up negative energy, okay? Sage breaks up negative energy. Trying to think what else. Now another thing I use is I have a spray. I put filtered water, and I'll put in some sea salt, and I'll put in some rubbing alcohol, and about a third of it will be rubbing alcohol. And I don't know how much sea salt. Not a lot. It's like less than 10% of the container. I have a spray bottle, and I'll spray that around me, my head, my chest, my body, all my chakras. And that will break up negative energy. Now, another thing you can do is just take rubbing alcohol, rub it on your hands, and kind of rub it on your forehead, your throat chakra, your heart chakra, solar plexus, and sacral chakra, okay? Another thing you can do with rubbing alcohol, you can actually get a massage, rubbing alcohol massage, where they massage you with rubbing alcohol. You can also just rub it on your feet, rub it on your hands, rub it on your calves, your thighs, your back, your stomach, your belly, etc. It really does, it makes you feel better. It cleanses negative connections. Now, if you're not aware of where that comes from, it comes from sports, from football, colleges, professional teams, soccer, whatever. That's where I remember in the 80s, that was kind of a big thing they would do, was massage you with rubbing alcohol. I don't know what the medical community said it did, but it makes, for some reason, it makes you feel better. It helps you to heal. Sleep. Right now would be a good time to get your sleep. It's okay to get extra sleep right now. And do your best to eat healthy. Now, you may notice like your body's been craving carbs and junk food. Maybe give in to it a bit to help it relax. But remember, make yourself eat plenty of protein, green leafy vegetables, carrots, and in the morning on an empty stomach, fruit. So one of the things I do first thing in the morning is a tall glass of water. I wait 5 minutes. Then another thing I do is I'll take like half a lemon, I'll squeeze it. I have this little squeezer thing, hand squeezer thing, and I'll squeeze it into a tall glass. And then I'll pour in some extra virgin olive oil on top of it so it's 50-50. And I'll drink that. And then I'll let that settle for about maybe 10 minutes or something like that, maybe a little bit longer than that. And then what I'll do, I'll pick one fruit, whether it's orange, usually it's citrus. For me right now, I'm going through citrus phase. Oranges, I'm doing a lot of limes where I do a mix of, I'll squeeze one lime, cut it in half, and I'll squeeze it with the same squeezer into water, a glass of water, and then I'll scrape some ginger into that, raw ginger. I got a scraper, I forgot a grater. And then I'll put some cinnamon. I'll just put some cinnamon in there, and then I'll put honey in there, and I'll put a little bit of sea salt in there, or a little bit of, Himalayan pink salt. This is extremely healthy for you. It cleanses your gut. You're on an empty stomach. You haven't eaten any fruit or any food yet. So you've done a glass of water. You might have done the lemon and extra virgin olive oil. You've waited 20 minutes or so, 15 minutes. You've done the ginger lime mix that I just explained to you. You're going to feel really, really, really good, especially if you put a little pinch of salt in there too. Salt is good for you. The ginger will really cleanse out. You know what ginger does? It kills those little, what do they call, the parasites that are inside you, okay? Lemon kills parasites. It makes them they don't like it. Another thing I'll do is I'll chew on about 3 to 5 cloves, okay? Just go to the grocery store, buy the cloves, the one you cook with. And I'll chew on 3 to 5. I'll swallow them. I'll drink a little bit of water with it. And then I'll usually do it just before I do this ginger lime mixture that I just described to you. And sometimes I'll chew the last 2 or 3 while I'm drinking that one. Now, cloves kill the eggs. And that's the thing. You might kill the parasites, but what happens when they die, they release a bunch of eggs in your stomach. And that's why you got to have something to come after that to kill the actual eggs. Cloves kill the eggs. So after you do this, you just wait about half an hour and then eat some fruit. You know, at this point, since you've got citrus, maybe you could have one banana, maybe about 30 minutes later, and then let that digest for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and then eat some protein. Get some chicken, get some steak, get 3 eggs or more in your system. You do that, you're going to feel cleansed, you're going to feel healthy, you're going to be hydrated, and you're going to have tons of energy. And then get some vegetables. Remember, don't mix fruit with any other food other than lettuce and celery. Other than that, do not do it. I don't even mix lettuce and celery with it usually, okay? And here's the thing, don't mix fruit either. If you're going to eat citrus, only eat citrus, let it digest, and then have something sweet like a banana. You can do bananas, raisins, and dates together because they're kind of sugary content, so they digest very well together. This is called food combining. It's called Fit for Life is the book by Harvey and Marilyn Diamond. The other thing you can do is get a deep tissue massage, even if it's just for one part, say your back, or you can do your whole back and arms, let's say, or do your legs, your hamstrings, your calves, and your feet. Okay, so get a good deep tissue massage, at least say 30 minutes or more if you can do that. The other thing is make yourself stretch for at least 20 minutes. Start out really nice, really light. Take a hot shower or a hot bath, a hot salt bath. Kind of rest up a little bit, dry up, and then stretch for 20 minutes. Stretch for at least 15, 20 minutes. Okay? Do some deep breathing. Deep breathing will really help you relax into this. Other than that, just go with the flow. If you have learned any emotional grounding techniques, I would do those as well, okay? You don't have to do all of this. Just do 1 or 2. Eat healthy, stretch, do some deep breathing, and just get some extra rest. You know, get a massage if you can. Maybe tonight or tomorrow, you know, just like do something to help you to ground yourself. If I were to say what you should not do, try not to do too much computer stuff like SEO or HTML or coding or all that kind of stuff. Like, try not to do too much of it. Kind of, if you have to do it, but then don't Don't overdo it. If you can, underdo it. Do a little bit less mental work in the next day or two. Okay, I got it. Here's something that will actually make you feel good. A good red blend or a red wine that you really like with a little bit of chocolate. Especially dark chocolate. It'll make you feel good. It will emotionally help you to feel better. So you tell your doctor, your dietitian, whoever it is, that Mike Kollin, the love doctor, said it's okay to have some chocolate and some red wine. That was just some feel-good advice and tips for you there. Hey, remember, Jesus is awesome, God kicks ass, and make it happen. And feel good. That's it, guys. Go to MikeKollin.com, buy one of my dating relationship books. The number one for men is Crack the Female Code. For women is Why Men Just Don't Get It, and followed up by Every Woman's Battle, The Need for Love and Emotional Fulfillment. I am still redoing my website. I kind of went a little bit extreme one way. I'm coming back, but I found a new way to do it. So I'm working things out, working out the nuts and crannies. Thank you for hanging in there with me through all this, but we are definitely getting there. All right. Remember, click subscribe, click the like button, go and make a comment, and I'll see you in the next video. All right. Bye.